Hey guys, it's Zoe, and I'm going to be doing another one of those confidence life videos. Like I said, I'll probably start doing them once a month. I kind of skipped March, but it's the beginning of April, because I really was like on spring break and couldn't really film one, because my March favorites and all that. But, if you guys like these videos, just thumbs them up. I can do different categories. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in February-ish, the end of February, beginning of March, I did a confidence video talking about, learning to love yourself for who you are, how to gain confidence, what to do to help it. I will link it around here and also down below, and you can watch it after this video or whatever. It's kind of long, but I feel like it kind of helped a few people. Not that many people watch it, but it kind of helps those who do watch it. And I'm going to be doing another one of those videos. And in that video I linked a bunch of different videos that inspired me to do those. So it'll, be linked and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This one's kind of like a random category, so I don't know what I'm going to title it yet. But it's like basically learning to love yourself, learning to love who is in the mirror. Another thing with confidence, but it's more like accepting yourself and not judging other people and making, wanting that, almost like jealousy, but stuff like that. Leave comments down below on whatever you would like to see, or if you have any questions, and I'm going to get into it so it's not too long. I kind of wrote down some notes so I don't get off topic, because in that confidence video I kind of got off topic, but yeah. So I wrote, some of us have been teased or rejected for being too tall, too fat, too thin, too anything. It's crazy how even one mean comment from someone can stick with us and become what we believe about ourselves. Those voices in our heads don't fade easily. Another thing that makes us feel bad and stuff is like models and magazines. Society's just pushing us to look like them, saying that you have to be this size, blah blah blah. But I would say just ditch the mirror drama, like how we feel in our skin in every minute of every day. I have some tips on how to catch yourself saying mean things about yourself, like when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I hate this, blah blah blah. I would say step one is just catch yourself. Like, let's say those voices come back in your head saying, I'm ugly, or I'm fat, or whatever else comes into your head, whatever your critic loves to say to shed your self-esteem. When that happens, most of us immediately buy into what is being said without even realizing it. But right there in that moment, we have a choice. We can pause, look within, and ask ourselves, whose voice is this? Is this mine? Do I really believe this? And I actually talked about that in my last video. You hear, when people call you ugly or whatever, you hear it so much that you start to believe it yourself. And you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, maybe they're right. So many people are saying it that maybe it's true, but really, it could be your voice from all along, but really, I guarantee you most of the time, it's all of their voices getting in your head to where automatically you think that. And it's kind of hard to love yourself for who you are with all the flaws, but flaws are what makes us who we are. And, if everybody was perfect, our world would be boring and everybody would be the same and there'd just be nothing interesting. And you can, cover the flaws or whatever, and like I said, this is gonna be kind of repetitive to my confidence video, but I think this one's gonna be a little bit more better because it's gonna be a little bit more on topic. But like I said, you can enhance your good features. If you like your eyes, wear a lot of makeup. If you like your arms, wear tank tops. And people say if you don't like something about yourself, change it. If you can't change it, embrace it. And it just takes over time, but really, if you just stop caring about what other people think, it will just come to you. Because those people, everybody thinks, oh my gosh, everybody's looking at this flaw in me, or everybody's looking at this, but really, most of the time, they're worried about themselves and thinking that everybody's looking at them, and they're worried about how they look and what other people think of them. They're not really focusing on you, even though it kind of seems like it. For me, I have really bad skin, and you probably can't tell on camera, especially my camera, but I always wear makeup anyway to cover it, so you can't really tell, but I mean, obviously you can still see it through the makeup a little bit, but that's one of my biggest insecurities. So that's why I wear makeup, just to kind of, not for other people, but to make me feel better. It doesn't really make me feel prettier, it just makes me feel more confident, and it raises my self-esteem, and it just kind of makes me feel like, oh, okay, now I just don't feel like everybody's looking at me now. If that's what you have to do, you know, you do it. If, like, even, I mean, I'm not saying you have to wear makeup, like, it's just something that just helps me, but really, my skin is what I was born with, and I learned to accept it, because I still take care of my skin, and I feel like I do what's best for it, and it's a lot better than it used to be. And if I don't want people focusing on my skin, I'll wear a bold lip color, or a lot of eye makeup. It distracts away from it, or I'll make my hair look really nice that day, or my outfit, it distracts away from the makeup. And that's what I would say just to do. For one, don't do it for other people. If you really want to change something because you don't like it, then change it, but don't change it for other people. Change it for yourself. If you let's say you want to lose a little bit of weight, or something like that, like, oh, you want to change your wardrobe up a little bit. Don't change it because of what other people are saying, because really in your head all along, that's how you were. And if you didn't think anything was wrong with it, and then all of a sudden you're starting to think something's wrong, it's because those people. Don't change for them, change for you, because it matters what you think. If somebody doesn't like your shirt, who cares? They're not wearing it, it's not their shirt, it's your shirt. You know, everybody has different sense of style, everybody does things differently, and like, I hate when people are judgmental. So, like, become aware of the voice instead of just letting it immediately become what you believe about yourself. It's so empowering because it puts the control back into your hands. All you have to do is get rid of the people's negativity and get back to what you think. And then, ouch, sorry, I'm not trying to make this sound scripted, but I like really, it helps me to write things down and then say it, because writing just is easier for me. And I also wrote, you are the only one who has the power to stop it. There is no beauty or satisfaction in looking at yourself through everyone else's opinions. The real beauty comes from looking at yourself through your own eyes. You have your own eyes. You can see what you want to see. Like I said in my last video, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That means that what may be attractive or pretty to somebody else may not be attractive or pretty to you, or vice versa. Everybody looks at things in a different way, and everybody has their own opinion. Like, some people may think I'm really pretty, or some people may think I'm the ugliest person ever. It's their opinion, and it's just how people see things through their eyes. But don't let that make you decide how you look or how pretty you are. That's not what makes it. I think when God made people, he didn't make any mistakes. And there's tons of different kinds of beauty. Beauty comes in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. And personally, I think everybody is beautiful in their own way, no matter what. And I just don't judge people. And that's how I just wish everybody was like that, but obviously it's not. And you have to just get those people's voices out of your head, especially if they don't even mean that much to you. If they're not really your friends, or they're just people you know at school, or people you kind of talk to and they say that stuff, why does it matter what they think? They're not in your life. You're not going to even remember them after high school. They're not important to you. Who cares what their opinion is? Who cares what they think? Their opinion doesn't matter. It's the people, your friends and family, and even if they really were your friends and family, they probably wouldn't judge you. Like, I know some friends kind of do, but it's really what you think, and if you like that about yourself, who cares if other people don't? That's what makes you you. That's what makes you unique. And those people's opinions, they mean nothing. Because in 10 years from now, if you change something and you regret it because you don't even talk to that person anymore, like, you shouldn't do something for other people. So I would say flip it, change it, learn to love what you can change, and embrace your imperfections. Like, so instead of covering up all your flaws, everybody has imperfections. Everybody has things they don't like about themselves. Like I said in my last video, if you have like one little crooked tooth that always bothers you, or something on your face that you're like, oh my gosh, everybody, I hate this, guarantee you that nobody really notices it half the time unless you point it out to them, or unless they're like really up close or something, or like they're really close to you. Most of the time people don't even notice that little tiny flaw that you hate unless you point it out or show them. And that's why everybody thinks that everybody's looking at it, but really they're not. They're worried about their own insecurities and their own flaws and everything. So when you look in the mirror and you start to think something bad about yourself, instead of saying, oh, I hate my skin or hate my teeth, blah, 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 instead of talking about the negative things, yes, we all have stuff we don't like about ourselves, that we can't really change that, flip it. Start looking in the mirror and saying things that you do like about yourself. There may be more stuff that you don't like, but what is that going to help? Sitting there saying the negative things over and over. Is that really going to make you feel better? Not really. Like say, oh, my hair looks really good today, or oh, I kind of like my eye color or the shape of my eyes. I like my nose, I like my ears. Something that makes you feel better. And just give yourself a compliment. If people don't compliment you, give yourself a compliment. It just makes you might think it's kind of silly, but after really doing it for a while and just stopping the negative things from getting in your head, it just makes you feel better, and overall you just automatically gain more confidence without realizing it. It may sound stupid, but you know, it works for me. And then change it. If you don't like something about yourself, like I said, change it. If you can't change it, embrace it. If you don't want to embrace it, cover it and make something else more noticeable that you really like. Learn to love what you can't change. Just learn to love it. You're going to be stuck with it for the rest of your life. That's how you were born. That's how, I'm not trying to like push religion on some other people, but that's how God made you, and that's how you were born. That's who you are. When people call you ugly or say, oh, you have a weird whatever, that's not your fault. You can't choose how you look. That's how you were born. That's who we are. So they can't really blame you for looking like that. That's who you are, and they need to realize that, because that's who they are. That's how they're going to look, and people don't really think about that when they say hurtful things to people. And yeah, so that's basically all I basically wrote. And I was looking through some of my writing, and I found something, and it says, who's the fairest of them all? Like, you know, Snow White. Here's what it comes down to. In all the world and all of time, there will never be a girl like you. No one will ever have your same story, gifts, strengths, hopes, and dreams. No one will ever take the risks you take, learn the lessons you learn, feel the pain you feel, experience the same joys and triumphs. So when it comes to who's the best, remember that since no one can do better than you, no one can compare. And you are you, and you are beautiful. Just remember that. And if you ever need help or advice, or just feel like you need somebody to talk to, feel free to message me here on YouTube. I always reply to all my messages because I barely get any, and I always take time. I might not reply like right away, just whenever I get on, and I'll kind of help you the best way I can. I know this video is kind of pointless and off topic, but really it just helps some people just by knowing that I know how you feel. Not every guru on YouTube is perfect. Nobody is. We all have struggles, like things that happen to us that makes us feel bad. We all have insecurities and flaws, and you know, on camera I can make it look like our lives are perfect, and it's not. I know exactly how you feel. I sometimes even lose my self-esteem and don't feel confident. And I'm finally glad now that I finally got my confidence, and I really want to keep talking, but this video is getting really long. So please just try those tips. Just try ignoring what people say. Stop caring what they think, and flip your thoughts and just embrace who you are, and just do things that make you feel pretty if you have to do that, and it just will really help. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.